Welcome to VectorVest's special presentation, this week titled, What is the Secret Driving Marijuana Magic? My name is Todd Schaefer, Manager of Research for VectorVest, and I'll be your presenter this evening. Followers of the VectorVest Jockey Club know marijuana magic has been a hot ticket as of late. You may have also noticed marijuana stocks are all over the media and also filling your email inbox. Just look at this screenshot I captured recently over a 6-hour period researching this presentation. Stories range from 90% of the weed stocks being frauds, to weed is the new blockchain. That's been a bit of a bumpy road. Peter Thiel-backed, a serious player by the way, Tilray, getting DEA approval to import for medical research. And another headline, Tilray stocks soar another 38% on anticipation of full legalization in Canada. In fact, Brendan Kennedy, CEO of Tilray, was quoted on CNBC recently saying pharmaceutical companies have to start thinking about partnering with cannabis companies as a hedge against the burgeoning marijuana industry. Cannabis is a substitute for prescription painkillers, prescription opioids, and so if you're an investor in a pharmaceutical company, or you are a pharmaceutical company, you have to hedge the offset from cannabis substitution. He continues, the same goes for alcohol producers, some of which, namely Constellation Brands, have already begun to invest heavily in marijuana companies. I think all the alcohol companies need to enter this industry. It's a great hedge for them. Whether you're an alcohol company or an investor in an alcohol company, this is a global opportunity. And of course, legalization efforts continue here in the United States. But wow, sounds like an opportunity. But be warned, you need to invest in the right companies. Why do I say that? Well, let's take a look at the industry inside of VectorVest. From the home page, we'll go to the Viewers tab. From the Viewers, I'll click on the Industry Viewer, and let's sort alphabetically. Now, currently, the marijuana stocks are in the healthcare industry because that's been their accepted usage in the legitimate corporate world. So as we scroll down to healthcare, we have the marijuana industry within the healthcare sector. And I close the toolbar so we get a better look. If I double click on the industry, I can see the component stocks within the industry. Of course, by default, since we're looking at a list of stocks, we have them sorted in VST descending order. But even with the top VST marijuana stocks at the top of the list, let's take a look at their RV scores and their relative safety scores. Both are well below 1 in most cases, an indication of the speculative nature of these stocks. However, I also noticed that the RT scores universally are pretty well elevated. Elevated well above 1, showing they're in strong uptrends even with those weak fundamentals. Even if I resort the group by relative safety, the safest stock in the database has a score below 1 at 0.95. So let's first understand that this is not worry-free investing. This young industry is still speculative in nature. In fact, if I pop this list into a watch list, I have the watch list average values at the bottom of the page. And I notice the average stock in the watch list has an RV score of 0.33, RS of 0.53, again, our speculative profile. They are in uptrend on average, but they're also currently losing on average 68 cents per share, although they are improving that at a rate of 2% annually. If I right-click on the average line, I can look at the watch list average graph, and I can see just over the past year, this price action has been pretty volatile, particularly as of late. So this begs the question, is there a place in your portfolio for marijuana stocks, and how should you go about trading them if there is? Well, for guidance, let's turn to the VectorVest Views. I'm in the VectorVest Views, and I've activated the Essay Viewer, and we see the essays listed here in chronological order, and Dr. Dolito's essay about marijuana was on the 24th of August, titled Marijuana Magic. I've double-clicked the listing to open that edition, and if I scroll down to the essay section, I can find the essay. So to highlight the salient points, he begins, I wrote an essay on May 18th, 2018, entitled Marijuana High. It addressed the issue of emails I was getting, touting preposterous gains such as $100 explodes into $1,245,558 with just 2 penny pot stocks. Although the writer of this foolish statement admitted he or she didn't actually do what they claimed, they said it was used to show you the power behind the plays he or she targets. Yes, marijuana stocks can deliver stunning gains, but you must have powerful tools to get them on a consistent basis. So here's what I said. If you want to experience the thrill of trading marijuana stocks for fun and profit, we can help you with that too. There are no gimmicks. We simply would buy the safest marijuana stocks with the best price performance. In other words, we would favor the top stocks in the healthcare marijuana industry group, sorted by RS, relative safety, times CI, comfort index. He then shares some test results and then concludes, these good results are not surprising because the companies with the best financial performance will usually have the best stock price performance. If you have VectorVest, there's no need to speculate when picking marijuana stocks. Simply select the best in your portfolio. We'll go on a marijuana high. And of course, if you'd like to review the essay from May 18th, you can easily scroll down to that essay as well. At the same time Dr. DeLito wrote this essay, we also created a search in the Unisearch tool. If you scroll down to searches speculative, because of the speculative nature of these marijuana stocks, called Marijuana Magic. And we see it's a very simple search. Simply filter for stocks that are in the marijuana industry and sort them RS times CI descending. Notice we've also added to the database a Marijuana Magic DR version of the search, which makes the search Derby ready, which includes limitations for price and volume, as well as eliminates the secondary exchanges. But of course, a lot of these companies are young pups, so they're not on the major exchanges yet. So if we look at the original version of the search, I'm going to run it on May 18th, the date of Dr. DeLito's earlier essay. Let's take a look at the results. I'll close the toolbar for more visible room. And notice with the RS times CI sort, you spread that a little so we can see the CI. In that sort order, it has brought to the top of the list stocks that have some stronger relative safety scores and stronger CI scores showing that they have some persistent price appreciation, even though in the short term some of them might be in pullback. But let's take a look at the top stock, Canopy Growth. I'm going to right click on it and open a stock graph. Looking at the price action over the last year with daily candlesticks, we can see while it has been appreciating nicely, it has had some pretty big swings in price action. If we zoom into a 3-month time frame, we see a recent price swing from an intraday high of $56.60 to an intraday low of $40.68. To illustrate this concept another way, I'm going to add a parameter, a technical indicator called average true range. This shows you the daily range on average over the last 14 bars, in this case 14 days. And we see that over the last 14 days, this stock has been making swings of $4.93. That's approaching a swing between the high and the low of almost 10%. So your 5% trailing stop is not going to serve you well trying to manage these stocks. So that's just one stock. Let's do another thought experiment, and let's take these top performers from the search results of 518 and let's put them, at least the top 5, into a quick folio. I'll just make it a $50,000 portfolio because these are more speculative, lower dollar stocks. And let's just look at their raw performance. And we'll call it Marijuana Magic. Click OK. Here's our portfolio. We can see that we're up 59.98%, and that's just since our inception at May 18th. That annualizes to over 160%. And while the portfolio equity did pull back, we have a drawdown here of about 25%. That's manageable due to the magic of that RS times CI sort. In fact, if we look at the equity curve, I can expand that. Our equity curve has had some swings. So it's been a bit of a bumpy road getting here, but Kronos Group is up 100%. Our lowest performer, LXRP, up 30%. Holding these stocks can be fun and profitable. But this game is a little bit different from safe and sound investing. So is there room in your portfolio for this speculative play? Remember, internet stocks started as speculations too. If you're game, tighten up your seatbelts for a bumpy ride with these speculative trades and use VectorVest to drive your own marijuana magic. With that, I'll conclude the presentation. Thank you for watching.